Hi, my name is Laura. This is my tap for my English portion, my English source for the translation project for my INT 341 class. It is titled, Teaching a Bad Dog New Tricks.
From NPR News, this is Weekend Edition. I'm Leanne Hansen.
I believe in mystery.
I believe in family.
I believe in being who I am. I believe in the power of failure. And I believe normal life is extraordinary. This I believe.
Today's This I Believe essay was sent to us by Chicago attorney David Buetow. He was a lifelong bachelor. Then, a couple of years ago, Buetow got a dog. An explanation is in order. Here's our series curator, independent producer, Jay Allison.
David Buetow wrote his This I Believe essay as a Valentine to his chocolate Labrador retriever, Duncan. After becoming a dog owner, Buetow realized that having Duncan had changed his approach to life and even changed his beliefs. Here is David Buetow with his essay for This I Believe.
So I'm not too sure if I'm going to need to interpret this first portion of it. I'm assuming so. So I'll have to make sure I'm doing the role shifting properly so that the consumers understand that this isn't just one person talking the entire time. That's actually going to be first the woman introducing the person, the radio show host, and then the radio show host introducing the man who wrote the essay.
I believe in my dog. I believe in the way he lives his life, and I try to emulate him. I strive to gain his level of happiness in the simplest of things, like the way he approaches each meal with endless appreciation and even joy.
Emulate. I'm not quite sure how to sign that, so that'll be something I'll have to think about. I wouldn't use the word copy. Definitely something I'll have to think about. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I would express that in ASL, because I would think if I were to sign the word copy, that wouldn't be the right message that I'd be trying to get across, because he's not copying his dog per se, but he wants to be more like his dog, where his dog is more simple. So I might have to use a few different signs instead of just one for that to kind of describe and explain what he means by that.
While I struggle to decide what to eat from full cupboards and lament what I don't have, he circles the floor excitedly, anticipating the very same meal in the very same portion at the very same time every day. I believe in how he lives in the present. As my day fills with stress, crowded commutes, and endless deadlines, I think of Duncan home alone. His day was probably boring, but he's ready to move right past it once we're together. I believe in his egalitarian treatment of everyone, despite race, creed, or appearance. He never...
I don't even know what the word egalitarian means, so that'll be something I'll have to look up so I'll be able to interpret that correctly.
Prejudges. Before I had him, I considered myself street smart, avoiding eye contact with people I didn't know or didn't think I wanted to know. Running through Chicago neighborhoods with Duncan has changed all that. Now, each time people smile at us, I smile back, and if Duncan stops to say hello, I help him too. I never had a dog before. I got Duncan at the urging of a friend who had probably grown as tired of my bachelor behavior as I had. My long work nights and weekends always ended with a lonely run, a bourbon or two, or a phone call to someone I didn't really listen to. All I talked about was me and what was wrong with my life. My friends stopped asking me out because I was either at work or talking about work. I had dates with women who would mistakenly think I was loyal to them, but I never returned their calls, or thanked them for the cookies they left on my doorstep. I was what some people would call a dog, a bad dog. Not one person depended on me, nor I upon them. One Sunday I woke up at noon, and I suddenly noticed how silent my house was, and my life was.
Well, this is actually kind of depressing. It's more of a narration, very different from the ASL source. So, doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of emotion when he's talking about it. It's literally just kind of, so far it just sounds like he's just reading what he's written down for this radio show. But And it also seems like he pauses in areas after he's finished an entire message, so that should be pretty easy when I'm going to interpret that, to figure out where I'm going to stop and pause the clip so that I can interpret that message.
I realized I couldn't expect any valued relationship until I created one first. So I got Duncan. All of a sudden, where no one depended on me, he did.
I just now realized that I don't know if he ever introduced his dog by the name Duncan. He just said that he went and bought Duncan. So I don't know when I'm interpreting that if that's going to be clear, or if I need to first be like, and I went and bought a dog, his name's Duncan. So that'll be something I'll have to make sure that that's clear, so that the consumers aren't kind of like, who's Duncan? Who is this person or animal?
Extreme detox from selfishness. Let me out. Feed me. Clean up after me. Watch me sleep. I found that I actually liked being relied upon. When I realized that I could meet his needs, I also realized he met mine. I believe in the nobility of Duncan's loyalty and his enthusiasm. Every time I come in the door, he's waiting to greet me with glee.
I don't know the sign for loyalty, or how to really go about even describing that in ASL, so that'll be something that I'll need to look up, or meet with one of our ASL instructors on campus and talk with them about how they would go about describing that.
Now, when my girlfriend comes over, I get up and run to the door to greet her, like I learned to do for my dog.
David Butow, with his essay for This I Believe. Butow recently gave us the news that his girlfriend is now his fiancée, and as you now understand, he credits Duncan with that transition. We hope you'll consider our invitation to write about the beliefs that guide your life. At npr.org/thisibelieve, you can find information about submitting your essay and see all the essays from the past 2.5 years. For This I Believe, I'm Jay Allison.
Jay Allison is co-editor with Dan Getterman of the book This I Believe, The Personal Philosophies of Remarkable Men and Women. You can hear the next This I Believe essay a week from tomorrow on All Things Considered. Washington lawyer Yolanda Young shares her thoughts on forgiveness, a quality she's had to practice frequently with her father.
And then in the end, just making sure that it's clear that David has stopped talking. It goes back to the radio talk show host, and then from there it goes back to the woman who introduced everyone from the beginning. So just a few words that I'll need to look up and kind of make sure I understand how to express them in ASL clearly, so that the message isn't misinterpreted, like with him saying he wants to emulate his dog. Again, I don't think the signed copy would be proper for that. I'll have to think about that, and then also making sure that I know where I'm going to pause each section so that I can process the message and then be able to go ahead and put that out, the information correctly. But other than that, I think it'll go pretty well.